Hey, and welcome back. Today we have a Game Boy in this retro looking third-party box, and it's a commission work, and there are a couple of games coming with it. It needs to be a bit refurbished, and it's not fully working, but let's have a closer look at this and talk about it a bit more. We have this box, and then this looks interesting. So the Game Boy is held inside here with this clip, and yeah, well, we see at first glance that we have crud all over here and dirt, and it gets only worse on the back and on the sides. I don't know what happened to this one, but yeah, we have to clean that up. We don't have a back cover for the batteries. Okay. The screen is relatively scratched from years of use. I don't know if you can see it on camera that good, but I think you can in the reflection. The buttons feel fine. The D-pad doesn't. No, it's like there's a layer of I don't know if it's dirt or something else under there. Okay, well, that's the original DMG. Then we have some games: Tetris, Ferrari Grand Prix Challenge, Soccer, Pokemon Blue, Bart Simpson, Escape from Camp Deadly. Never heard of that one. Sunset Grand Prix. Well, someone was a racing fan. Okay. These games look in different shapes. This one is pretty yellow. Well, this one is pretty okay. Yeah. We can fix that. The box itself has a compartment for the Game Boy, for the games. But I think it's meant for the games with the cases. We have to look at that. And I think this was a place for the link cable. Or this one? Maybe. I think these are cable compartments. Yeah. Okay, we have to clean this one up too. It's from Yeno. Who doesn't know Yeno? I don't. Okay, so let's go to the main attraction, the Game Boy. Oh, it looks okay. Let's first try. Oh, I see. This one's pretty bent, but there's no corrosion on the ports, not that much at least. Whoop. So let's see if this one turns on. It's always nice to mix batteries. No, it's not. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, it turns on. Good, good. Sound is working. Okay, we don't have any dead lines. Well, that's something. Okay, okay. So then let's hit all-time classic Pokemon Blue. Let's make sure it works with my totally original GB Boy Color. Yep, this seems to work. Someone didn't play that much. Okay, I always want to turn it off over here. So let's have a look. Okay, That doesn't look that good. We know the game is working. Let's see. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we definitely have a dirty game port. Cartridge port, that is. Yeah. But the rest seems okay. So, let's have a look. Okay, up and down is working. No, no, not your game. Oh, God. When trying buttons, I made the wrong choice during the menu. Come on, come on. Oh, did I just override it? Well, wonderful. Okay. Let's take Tetris. We have all buttons there, so we can test them. Yeah, I know, come on. Okay, left and right is working too. I think it should start with start. No. Okay. Oh, what was it? Oh, select is barely working. If I press it really hard, you can see the arrow pointing to player 1, player 2. Player 1. I just can't select it. No. No B, no A. Okay, so with a demo game. So we have a problem with select and start buttons. The D-pad is working, but it just feels terrible. B and A button are working okay, and they feel okay, but I'm sure there's dirt on there too. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we have to take this one to the bench and see what it looks inside.
First, let's disassemble the box, but there are only 3 removable plastic holders. I noticed that the plastic part for securing the case was broken off, but that's just how it is. Next, we'll open up the Game Boy itself using a tri-ring screwdriver. There are 6 screws in total, 2 of them in the battery compartment. After disconnecting the ribbon cable between the 2 PCBs, the LCD and input PCB need to be unscrewed. Then we'll take out the membranes, buttons and the LCD protector. We'll follow up on that with removing the main PCB, the RF shield and the battery connectors. And now for the game cartridges. As I decided to clean all of them up too, we need to open them up with a small game bit screwdriver. To remember which PCBs was what game, I just used post-its. Let me just clean all the plastic parts with some soapy water. Much better already. Okay, now with everything clean from dirt and other nasty stuff, it's time for retrobrighting. I prefer to use cream hydrogen peroxide because I personally mostly get better results with it. With the game cartridges, I decided to only retrowrite 4 of the 6 because the other 2 were color-wise in mint condition. The labels for Game Boy games are pretty sturdy, but I still was careful not to get the hydrogen peroxide directly onto them. Another advantage over the liquid option. Let's let them rest under UV light for some time. The contacts on the membranes need some cleaning too, but be careful not to rub too hard. The same goes for the button contacts on the front PCB, just some IPA and no hard scrubbing. For the pins inside the cartridge port, I used a thin piece of cardboard, wrapped a paper towel around it, soaked it in IPA and scrubbed the inside of the port with it as it were a cartridge. Now, I wanted to improve the conductivity of the battery connectors, but first they need to be desoldered. In preparation, I soaked all the battery connectors and some screws with minor corrosion in vinegar for some time. In the meantime, I cleaned the connectors of the game PCBs with IPA. After about half an hour, the parts were done and I removed some leftover corrosion with the grinder. And now we get some nickel plating going for the battery connectors and screws. This is more for future-proofing than repair in this case though. There's a really nice tutorial for this done by Odd Tinkering on his second channel, which I highly recommend, and you can find it down in the description. Let's get those battery connectors back on the main PCB. While I'm at it, I decided to also recap at least the main PCB with fresh capacitors. The new capacitors were a bit bigger than the old ones, because I just had some with slightly higher voltage. Fortunately, there's enough space inside the Game Boy case for these big boys. And now it's finally time to get those plastic parts from under the UV light and clean them off again. The result looks really amazing. But for now, let's put the games back in their cartridges. The screen protector was really badly scratched, so let's replace it with a fresh one. From now on, it's just to puzzle everything back together, use the correct screws everywhere, and don't forget to put in the power button before the PCB. What did I just say? I also got a replacement battery compartment cover. The color is slightly off, but it's better than with no cover at all. And at last, the plastic clips for the box. Oh, and I also got some third-party cartridge cases to protect the games in the future.
And that's the game done. Just as a reminder, this was the before and this is the after. So yeah, we retrobrighted the shell, we checked the insides, we cleaned the PCBs, and oh yeah, we exchanged the plastic glass. I didn't go for a real glass because they're a bit on the expensive side, and this was just to get back the original look and feel. And yeah, we also get this replacement cover on the back for the batteries. We tested all the games. They are all working except Sunsoft Grand Prix. It doesn't quite start always. It's not reliable. It's not completely dead. I tested it in another Game Boy and it didn't work there either. It does work in my GB Boy, the Chinese knockoff Game Boy. I don't know, maybe it operates on a little higher voltage on the cartridge side, the cartridge port. So yeah, maybe it's just a small little problem. I have to follow up on this, but I don't want to let the owner of this one waiting any longer, or his daughter for that matter. And yeah, the case is also retrobrighted. In fact, I googled this one, and this is not just a third-party case. It seems like Nintendo really did make these cases like this in the same shape. But there would be a Game Boy logo on the front and Nintendo on the back, and so this is a knockoff, yes. But yeah, I didn't know of these cases, so well, it's quite interesting. All the other games are working. We retrobrighted almost all of them except for Pokemon and one other game. I don't quite remember which one, but it looked fine. Yeah, that concludes this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.